Hey Scrubs, it's Retro, and today I'm going to be reviewing Little Nightmares on PC after seeing a brilliant trailer for the second game and wanting to get involved with the game series. If you enjoy this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. If you don't like the video, dislike it and maybe tell me why in the comments. Let's take a look at Little Nightmares. Immerse yourself in Little Nightmares. A dark, whimsical tale that will confront you with your childhood fears. Help 6 escape the Maw, a vast, mysterious vessel inhabited by corrupted souls looking for their next meal. As you progress on your journey, explore the most disturbing dollhouse, offering a prison to escape from and a playground full of secrets to discover. Reconnect with your inner child to unleash your imagination and find the way out. So guys, that is the description on the game's Steam page. The game begins and you are alone, with no instructions or on-screen prompts for directions, objectives, or controls, and it's up to you, the player, to figure out how to move, jump, grab, and climb. It wasn't until my second or third room, when I had to jump a gap and I fell short, that I was then prompted to press a button to sprint. So there is instruction, but it is included in a way that is not condescending or intrusive. If I had worked out the sprint button myself, I would have never have seen the prompt. Few games begin with the absence of instruction or direction, but the aesthetic is so intriguing during your initial impression, with 6 appearing to be a child, but only being marginally bigger than an aluminum can. I said aluminum because 46% of my audience is American. That you want to press on and see more of the bizarre. You want to know what is happening inside the Maw. The game does not disappoint in its incremental building of the peculiar, not only in level design but in the distinct and striking characters you'll interact with along the way. Alone, with no direction, you quickly learn the controls yourself. I jumped, climbed boxes, and threw a few cans around the initial room, before proceeding onwards. The game is rendered with Unreal Engine 4 in 3D, however the camera is locked similarly to how a 2D platformer would be, while still allowing you to move 3-dimensionally within the levels. Each level is broken up into a number of rooms, and as the game progresses, and as you get deeper and deeper into the mystery of the Maw, the rooms become horrific and ghastly, grotesque and fascinating at the same time. The game itself is broken up into 5 chapters, and each chapter will have a series of rooms that you must work your way through. Certain rooms can act like mini Metroidvania rooms, where you must work your way through the room once to work out that there is a door that is locked and needs a key, climb through a vent and into another room, sneak past enemies and retrieve that key, and work your way back through the initial room to unlock the door. This creates a wonderful sense of immersion as enemies move with you through the different rooms, adding to the believability of their terrifying presence. And let's take a moment to discuss the enemies themselves. Each of the enemies you'll encounter in this game feels uniquely designed and placed perfectly into this freakish, nightmarish world 6 finds herself in. The design of these characters goes beyond just their visual representation. The first hostile character you encounter will be blind, but have an acute sense of hearing. If you step on a wooden plank, instead of soft cloth carpets, he'll work his way over to you and probe the area. I once found myself walking the rafters of a room high above him and knocked a jar off the side because most objects in this game have their own physics, and it shattered on the floor beneath me, causing him to rush over. This wouldn't be a problem, but he has exaggerated, freakishly long arms that can reach up high to the rafters and comb through the shelves I used to hide on with ease. So you have to be aware of not only your own movements through the rooms, but also the placement of items. All of this just adds to the immersion and fear you feel while navigating through the Maw. This is just one example, but the hostile characters aboard the Maw are repugnant caricatures with exaggerated features, and yet, because of the excellent matching visuals and world building, the characters all feel perfectly placed within this world. They're hideous and simultaneously a joy to watch. and I always found myself feeling uncomfortable at their nightmarish visage, but unable to look away as I was so curious, so intrigued by the disgustingly beautiful designs. And then there's 6. She, or you, is noticeably smaller relative to the objects in the levels and wearing a raincoat. 6 is barefoot just to visually emphasize just how vulnerable you are. She can't fight the enemies you'll encounter. They're all giants compared to small 6. All you can do is run, hide, sneak, and push on through the moor. I completed Little Nightmares in just over 4 hours. The entire time I was filled with dread, despair, and a morbid curiosity of what I would find in the next room. I will definitely be replaying this game again after I've completed its sequel, but would I recommend Little Nightmares? Absolutely. Though, would I recommend it at full price? Well, I paid £3 for this game over at Green Man Gaming. It's on sale for about another 4 days. My link, or my affiliate link, will be included in the description if you want to pick up the game whilst helping the channel out. And at £3, I feel like I've gotten my money's worth several times over. I know I'm going to return to it to enjoy this experience again, and probably again after that. However, its usual retail price over on Steam is £15. I would still wholeheartedly recommend the game, even at this price point, but with a word of caution to those that aren't interested in the bizarre world of the moor, or rate their games based on the amount of hours that they get out of them. I'm neither one of those, and I thoroughly enjoyed being transported to the surreal stage that the moor and its occupants offered. I look forward to playing the sequel, and hopefully, screaming a little bit less as I play. This has been Retro, and I hope you found this review informative. Peace.